July 2019. The world stood on the edge of its seat as U.S. Navy officials confirmed what many had speculated for years. UFOs, unidentified flying objects, had been encountered by military personnel. These weren't just any UFOs. The objects in question displayed characteristics that seemed to defy the very laws of physics and aviation. Pilots, using advanced infrared tracking systems, documented these bizarre encounters. What followed was an eye-opening moment for the public, as this unprecedented military footage was made available for the world to see. This is the story of the 2019 Naval UFO encounter, a close encounter that raised more questions than answers and left the world wondering what, or who, was truly in the skies above us. The story begins off the coast of Virginia Beach, where Navy pilots from the VFA-11 Red Ripper Squadron were conducting a routine training exercise. What started as a normal day quickly escalated into an encounter with something far more extraordinary, something that would defy everything they thought they knew about aviation. The pilots' first encounter. On July 14, 2019, during a training mission, the pilots received an alert. Several unidentified objects appeared on their radar, and they were moving at extraordinary speeds. Initially, they assumed it was some sort of glitch, perhaps a radar anomaly. But when they looked up into the sky, they saw something that made their hearts race. Ahead of them, a fleet of objects zipped through the sky at blinding speeds. Some darted erratically, seemingly evading the pilots' every attempt to get closer. What they saw didn't make sense. These objects didn't behave like any conventional aircraft they had ever encountered. Their radar locked onto targets that changed speed and direction instantaneously, without any visible means of propulsion. These objects performed maneuvers that seemed to break the fundamental laws of aerodynamics. The pilots observed objects accelerating to supersonic speeds, then coming to a complete stop in midair, an impossible feat for any human-made aircraft. The encounter was documented using the pilots' infrared targeting systems. The footage showed the UFOs with pinpoint precision, streaking across the sky with speed and agility that no known aircraft, civilian or military, could replicate. The objects' unexplained abilities. The UFOs exhibited movement patterns that baffled even the most seasoned pilots. They would accelerate from 0 to over 1,000 miles per hour in an instant, then stop or turn on a dime. Some hovered in place, while others shifted direction with no discernible propulsion or wings. "We're flying at full throttle, and this object is moving around us like we're standing still." It was the most surreal thing. It wasn't just faster than anything we could imagine. It was doing things in the sky that no human-built machine should be able to do. No wings, no exhaust trails, just this thing moving effortlessly. The Tic Tac UFO. Of all the objects the pilots encountered that day, one stood out the most. A white, elongated, Tic Tac shaped craft hovered in front of their jets. Described as smooth, featureless, and totally devoid of any visible propulsion systems, the Tic Tac UFO was a puzzle that seemed unsolvable. "We saw this Tic Tac shaped object just hovering, perfectly still. It wasn't making any noise, there were no exhaust fumes, it was just there. And then, it shot off at a speed that left us in the dust. It didn't make sense." The Tic Tac UFO's movements were unlike anything recorded before. It didn't conform to the principles of flight that govern every aircraft ever built by mankind. It was as though the object was not bound by the same physical limitations as any known technology. The Pentagon's response. The U.S. Navy's response was swift. Acknowledging that the objects were indeed unidentified aerial phenomena, UAPs, the Pentagon confirmed that they had no explanation for what the pilots had seen. In an unprecedented move, the Department of Defense released the footage to the public. "We have encountered unidentified aerial phenomena on multiple occasions, and we are committed to investigating these sightings. However, at this time, we do not have a definitive explanation for these encounters." Ongoing investigations. The mystery didn't end there. The U.S. Navy formed the UAP Task Force, a team tasked with investigating these ongoing phenomena. Despite years of inquiry and increasing evidence, the objects remain unexplained. The military's investigations have led to more footage being released, but still, no definitive answers have emerged. experts are left to theorize. Some point to the possibility of advanced foreign technology, perhaps from a nation like China or Russia. Others, however, suggest something far more extraordinary: the possibility that these objects are of extraterrestrial origin. As the footage and sightings continue, the line between the two theories seems to blur. Could these be advanced craft from beyond our planet, or is humanity unknowingly behind the curve of military technology? The public reaction. The release of the Navy footage in 2019 sent shockwaves through the public. It reignited interest in UFOs and extraterrestrial life, as well as debates over national security and military advancements. For some, the sighting was the clearest evidence yet of extraterrestrial intelligence, proof that we are not alone in the universe. For others, it raised questions about whether these UFOs were part of a secret military program, advanced technology that could potentially be used against the US by foreign adversaries. Despite growing curiosity and intense debate, the questions surrounding the 2019 Naval UFO encounter remain unanswered. What exactly are these objects? Where do they come from? And what, if anything, do they want? The 2019 Naval UFO encounter represents just one chapter in a larger saga of unexplained aerial phenomena. What are we dealing with? Advanced technology from a foreign power or something far more extraordinary? We may never know the truth, but one thing is certain: the more we look into the sky, the more questions we seem to have. What do you think? Could these UFOs be part of an undiscovered military program, or is there something more out there? We want to hear your thoughts. Let us know in the comments below. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this deep dive into one of the most compelling UFO encounters of our time, be sure to like, subscribe, and share this video with fellow mystery enthusiasts. Stay tuned for more strange stories and unexplained phenomena right here on the Cosmic Chronicle.